What did you prepare yesterday? Happy New Year. I made this party jollof rice and I thought to share how I made it. So keep watching. Alright, I marinated my chicken with my favorite spices on that first night and left it overnight in the fridge. So by the next morning, I brought it out and add it into a clean pot and go in with my onions, saute this and allow it to sweat out its own juice for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Then I'll be back. Alright, 15 minutes later, you can see some water it has rendered, which is good. I'm going to give it a quick stir, but actually don't have to stir at this point. Just top up with water and then stir a little bit. Allow this to continue cooking until the chicken is done. You can check the list of spices I used in the comment section. I'm going to drop it there. Alright, in less than 15 minutes later, it is cooked. I'm using soft chicken, which is why it doesn't take much time. So scoop it out from the stock and next I'm going to set the stock aside and heat up some vegetable oil to fry the chicken, okay? You can choose to grill this, but I choose frying my chicken or any protein I'm using anytime I'm making party jollof rice. This is to build more flavor in the oil. So fry this until both sides are golden brown, then scoop them out from the oil and set them aside. Alright, once that is done, you can reduce the oil if it is too much. Otherwise, go in with some chopped onions and season with some curry powder, thyme and all your dry spices. Just add it at this point and fry it together with the onions until the onions is translucent. I also added some dry bay leaf, okay? Once the onions look this way, it is time to go in with your tomato paste. Once you add the tomato paste, continue frying the tomato paste just until all the tangy taste are gone. I highly recommend while frying your tomato, please use enough quantity of oil. You can always scoop the excess oil out once the tomato is well fried. You will see all the oil flows to the top. Then you can be able to, scoop the excess one out and save it for another recipe that calls for vegetable oil. So at this point, you want to turn down your gas to medium-low heat and continue frying this until the tomatoes begin to separate from each other, or when you taste it and it tastes sweet, then it's an indication that your tomato is well fried. So next I'll be introducing the pepper mix. Yes, I prepped this on that first night and added it in the fridge as well. By the next morning, I brought it out to thaw in the counter. So add it. These are a combination of some long pepper, fresh tomato and some onions. I also added some fresh ginger and garlic. Cook them in your pot and once it is well reduced, then bring it out, allow it to cool down, then blend it in your blender and set it aside. That is our tomato base. If you want, you can as well first blend it before cooking it down. Anyone that goes well with you. So once you add it, go in with some medley of spices. Don't add much. Remember that our stock is properly seasoned. So do this gently and allow this to fry on medium heat for at least 35 to 40 minutes. Then 40 minutes later, I had to turn down the gas because it was splashing a lot. So it is time to scoop out some excess oil and stew because I thought the stew was much. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to introduce my washed rice. This rice has been soaked in hot water for at least 7 minutes and washed multiple times with water and salt until the water runs clean. So once you introduce it, give it a quick stir for everything to mix together. Then top with some chicken stock. That is the stock we sieved aside earlier. Top it and make sure that the liquid and the rice is at the same level. One tip you should bear in mind is while making your jollof rice, do not parboil the rice, okay? Just soak it in hot water for few minutes, then wash it multiple times until the water runs clear. That way your rice will not come out soggy, okay? So at this point, cook on medium heat for the first 15 minutes. 15 minutes later, come back and give it a quick stir so that all the grains can cook evenly. So if you need to adjust anything, do it at this point. You can adjust with seasoning or salt if needed. Otherwise, cover this with foil paper to do the rest of the job. What the foil paper will do is to trap the steam and it will cook with the steam instead of you to top up water all the time. So once you cover it, allow the foil paper to, do the rest of its thing for at least 20 minutes. 20 minutes later, your rice should be ready. So fluff it out like so, and at this point you can go in with some butter and some of the stew you set aside earlier to revive all the taste. The butter will help it to, give it that shiny look and that distinctive taste as well. You can add some sliced onions and some sliced tomato if you choose to. Cover it and give it few minutes for the butter to melt and come back and give it that last stir, and our party jollof rice is ready. Serve and enjoy. Thank you for watching. If you get to try it out, enjoy it when you do, and don't forget to share me pictures on WhatsApp so I can repost you on my story. See you tomorrow. Bye.